This story is called Resurrection Buns by Anonymous in Asia, 2017. My husband packed up his textbooks and we prayed as we often did before he left for school. We would ask the Lord for opportunities to share his love and truth and to bring people who are seeking truth and love to us. And as he left in the rain, I thought, I'll make dough for cinnamon buns as a surprise for him. I started the dough and set it out to rise. When my husband got home later in the day, he arrived soaked but overjoyed. You will not believe what happened to me today. Is it possible for you to make a big batch of resurrection buns tonight? Or is it too late? Well, yes, I can because I happened to make dough this morning and it's in the fridge. It seemed God in his foreknowledge had put this idea in my mind. My husband had been praying about how to reach his classmates, who were mostly Central Asian foreign students. Since we were in a dormitory, we did have some opportunities to be amongst them and to share, but we needed more opportunities with the others who Jay only saw in class. Well, on this day, the day it rained, the teacher said, this weekend is 3 holidays: April Fool's Day, Easter, and a local holiday. She then randomly assigned 3 students to present the next day about these holidays. Pointing to my husband, she said, you will share about Easter because you're Western, and it's not just religion, it's also culture. This is why he was so excited. He was given carte blanche to share the Easter story with his classmates. In his creativity, he imagined that we could make resurrection buns as a prop, but knew that they are time-consuming. As soon as he relayed this exciting opportunity to me, we rejoiced and thanked God for what was about to be shared. This is the kind of country and classroom where these stories are rarely shared, much less mandated. Then we put on our boots, grabbed our umbrellas, and set out to the baking shop to get the ingredients, icing and sprinkles. Being the shrewd little workers that we were, we came up with an intricate design which represented each important element of the Easter story, so that we had a cultural excuse to share. We stayed up late into the night, putting sprinkles on with tweezers, making each one a perfect design. The next day, Jay went to class expecting that he would do his 15-minute presentation. However, the other 2 students hadn't prepared anything at all. The irritated teacher said, then I will give Jay the full class hour to tell us about Easter. Jay passed out the beautiful buns with little gold sprinkle-studded crosses with crowns on top, and proceeded to share the entire gospel message, including the concept about his kingdom yet to come and how every person in this room, many who were Muslims, would someday stand before the throne and realize that Jesus is Lord. He explained that the buns were cultural tradition, commonplace food for Easter. He didn't mention that the extra design elements were our new invention, but instead, drawing each design element on the board told the next part of the story. To his surprise, his language teacher helped with writing out key terms. He had the students write down the terms, take down sentences in the language as language practice, and copy them into their books. The students ate the sweet buns with hollow centers as they heard the sweetest news that Jesus Christ is God incarnate and had paid the price for their sins. The cooperation and support of the teacher was bizarre, but a welcome partnership. Through this, all 26 of Jay's classmates from some of the hardest to reach stand countries heard the news. The immediate outcome was that we had some of the students come to our room to hear more and pour out their hearts to us. Jesus tells us to be shrewd as snakes and innocent as doves. We think he was pleased with our cunning and innocent way of sharing about him. Who knows about the long-term